Freedom is never given, it is won. These words bring in a high spirit of patriotism and the true sentiment of being a proud Indian. Good morning to one all present here, and warm welcome to the virtual celebration of our 75th Independence Day. Independence is something that is cherished all over the world, and for us Indians, it is today. It is the bloodshed, sacrifices, lives taken that makes it so memorable for us. Let us commemorate this historic day by honoring the freedom fighters and many more people who lay their lives for the vision of independent India. It is because of them that we are independent and a sovereign country who has its own supreme law, set of rules, rights, and regulations.
15th August on Independence Day, the tricolor, our national flag, is hoisted, whereas on 26th January, that is on our Republic Day, it is unfurled. What is the difference between hoisting the flag and unfurling the same? Well, on 15th August, the flag is kept folded down at the middle of the flag pole and is pulled up at the tip of the pole before it is spread out. This is hoisting of a flag. It signifies the country was freed up after a span of colonial domination. On the other hand, on 26 January since 1950, the tricolor is unfurled. That is, the flag stays high up at the tip of the flag pole folded and is spread out with the pull of the rope. This is unfurling of the tricolor. It signifies that as a flag of an already free country, it cannot stay hung at a lower height but is held high above. On the Independence Day, the flag is hoisted at Red Fort. On Republic Day, it is unfurled at Raj Bhavan. The Prime Minister hoists the flag at the Red Fort and also addresses the nation from the ramparts of the Red Fort. On Republic Day, the President, who is the first citizen of the country, attends the event and unfurls the flag. It is celebrated at Rajpath in the national capital, followed by parades, a tableau of the states, artillery display, etc. This is a small but very significant aspect of how our tricolor is honored with the country's history. Let us remember its glory today and realize our true duty as an Indian. It is not a narrow nationalism, but inclusion and unity in diversity.
Hi, I am Manoj Kumar of class 90. So today I am going to speak about the major events which took place between the year 1857 and 1947 for the independence of India. The Revolt of 1857, the Indian Mutiny, also known as the Sepoy Mutiny, ignited the first spark of the revolution. It began in Meerut and later spread to Delhi, Agra, Kanpur and Lucknow. It was quite widespread. The Champaran Satyagraha of 1917. It was first satyagraha inspired by Mahatma Gandhi. The farmers in the Champaran district of Bihar were being forced to grow indigo. Besides, they were badly paid anything for their produce. This led to the farmers' uprising. The non-cooperation movement of 1920. It was led by Mahatma Gandhi post the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. The movement lasted 2 years from 1920 to 1922. It embodied the idea of non-violence or ahimsa, where protesters refused to buy British goods and adopted local goods. Indeed, it was a significant phase of the Indian independence movement. The Dandi March of 1930. It was the most iconic act of non-violent civil disobedience. Gandhiji, along with a huge crowd, walked from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi Beach as a means of non-violent protest against the repressive salt tax imposed by the British government. Quit India movement of 1942. The Bombay session of the All India Congress Committee called this movement rolling on 8th August 1942 during the World War II. The mission was as clear as water, an end to the British rule of India. In addition, Gandhi made the call to do or die in his Quit India speech that he delivered in Bombay in 1942. Indian Independence League 1947. The Indian Independence League extended to the people living outside India. It sought their approval of revoking the British colonial rule over India. The league was located in various parts of Southeast Asia. Indian Independence Act of 1947. The Indian Independence Act was an act of the Parliament of the United Kingdom. The act partitioned British India into two new independent dominions of India and Pakistan. It received the assent of the royal family on 18 July 1947. In effect, India came into existence on August 15th and Pakistan on 14th August in the year 1947. The timeline of Indian history from 1857 to 1947 traces the continuous and rigorous efforts our freedom fighters took to free the nation, and so with it 200 long years of slavery, oppression, and colonization came to an end. So I'd like to conclude this topic with a small poem dedicated to all the soldiers and freedom fighters. The day has arrived. Salute to the freedom fighters who sacrificed their life. Salute to the Indian soldiers who protect our life. The flag is hoisted up in the sky. Come, let's show our patriotism. Come, let's join together and salute the freedom fighters. Let's appreciate the Indian soldiers who stay for years near the border and sacrifice their life and protect our life. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Hello everyone, we're going to be talking about how Independence Day is celebrated. I'm Karan, so let's get right into the topic. I would like to wish you all Happy Independence Day. Every year on August 15th, people celebrate Independence Day by decorating the streets with the national flag. Different landmarks and government buildings are lit up by the national colors of India. TV channels telecast patriotic films, documentaries, and other programs related to India's freedom. India held its first Independence Day in 1948 after becoming a country. Independence Day is also a national holiday, and all schools, colleges, banks, and other shops are closed for the day in India. Independence Day is celebrated at every part of the country. Flag hoisting, singing the national anthem, parade, speech by the Prime Minister and President of India, military and civic processions, etc. are the important ways of celebrating the honorable day. On the morning of August 15th, the celebration starts with the arrival of the Prime Minister. He receives a guard of honor. The general salute is from a group including representatives from the three wings of the Indian Armed Forces that include Army, Navy, Air Force, and Delhi Police. Then the national flag is hoisted by the Prime Minister and they shoot 21 gunshots for the event. After that, they sing the national anthem and then the Prime Minister reminds people of the country's struggle and also will talk about the future of the country.
Hey everyone, I'm Gopi and I'll be taking over from here. So, Independence Day is the day when we got our freedom, the day when we got our rights, and the day when we were freed from the British rule. Well, on in this day, many schools and colleges had special programs like flag hoisting, Vande Matram Fest, and patriotic costume contest. Parades and many more other special activities were held too. We kids used to wear badges and run all around the school with flags. But due to COVID, we couldn't do this time. But let's do our best in online. Thank you.
It started in 1921 when a student named Pingali Venkaya presented a flag design to Mahatma Gandhi, which consisted the colors red representing Hindus and green representing Muslims. Lala Hans Raj Sondhi suggested an addition of traditional spinning wheel, but Mahatma Gandhi modified by adding a white stripe at the center to make the wheel more visible. In May 1923 at Nagpur, during the protest against the British rule, the flag was carried by thousands of people and hundreds of whom were arrested. The Congress flag came to be more associated with the nationhood for India and was recognized at the annual meeting of the party in August 1931. And at the same time, the current arrangement of stripes and the use of deep saffron instead of red was approved.
After the war, Britain agreed to consider freedom for India. Although the country was divided and a Muslim-dominated Pakistan was given separate statehood, on July 22, 1947, the Indian national flag was officially hoisted. Its stripes remained the same, saffron, white, green, but the spinning wheel was replaced by a blue chakra known as the Dharma Chakra.
The Dharma Chakra, which was associated with the Emperor Ashoka in the 3rd century BCE, appeared on pillars erected throughout the Mauryan Empire during the first serious attempt to unite all of India under a single government.
The 1947 flag continues to be used by India even today.
Hi, I'm Afzal. Now I'm going to talk about the movie known as Manikarnika, the Queen of Jhansi. Who is the Queen of Jhansi? Rani Lakshmi Bai was the Rani of Jhansi, who was born on November 19th, 1835, Kashi, India. She married the Maharaja of Jhansi, Gangadhar Rao, but was widowed without bearing a surviving heir to the throne. Why did Rani Lakshmi Bai started fighting against the Britishers? After her husband's death, Rani Lakshmi Bai may have resisted taking up arms against the British if it hadn't been for her anger at being disherited from ruling Jhansi due to the doctrine of lapse law instigated by the East India Company. Manikarnika, the Queen of Jhansi, is a movie based on Rani Lakshmi Bai's life. The movie was released on 2019. It was directed by Radhakrishnan Jagarla Modi and Kangana Ranaut from a screenplay by K.V. Vijendra Prasad and produced by Z Studios, Kamal Jain and Nishan Pitti. The movie was released on 3,700 screens in 50 countries worldwide in Hindi, Tamil and Telugu. The film performed well internationally. Ranaut took the role of Jhansi Rani Bai. Because of her performance, she even won National Film Award for the Best Actress in the 67th National Film Awards 2021. It's completely recommended to watch. A good patriotic movie can arouse love and pride, encourage people to stand by their countries, and reinforce a sense of national belonging. Thanks for watching and happy Independence Day to all of you.
Good morning. To celebrate Independence Day, we bring you the stories of some of the bravest freedom fighters like Bhagat Singh. So today I am going to talk about the movie The Legend of Bhagat Singh. This movie was released on 7th June 2002. It is an Indian Hindi language biographical period film directed by Rajkumar Santoshi. It features Ajay Devgan as the titular character along with Sushant Singh, D. Santosh and Akhilendra Mishra as the other lead characters. This film is about Bhagat Singh, a freedom fighter who fought for Indian independence along with fellow members of Hindustan Republic Association. This film chronicles Bhagat Singh's life from the childhood where he witnesses the Jallianwala Bagh massacre until the day he was hanged to the death on 23rd March 1931. In this film, they show how he was born under the British Raj, how he was motivated to become a freedom fighter after witnessing injustice as a child, how he organized protest and a hunger strike before being convicted and sentenced to hang. The last sentence told by Bhagat Singh before he was hanged was, "They can kill me, but they cannot kill my ideas. They can crush my body, but they will not be able to crush my spirit." Thank you and a very happy Independence Day.
I am celebrating this Independence Day by planting trees. Trees are literally the source of life on Earth. They help to preserve our environment by reducing the amount of carbon dioxide and are responsible for keeping the air fresh and clean. Therefore, on this Independence Day, I appeal to all of you to plant a tree and celebrate the joyous occasion that makes every Indian proud. It's our duty to save our environment's beauty.
Hi my friends, this is Gokul of class 9th D. Today I'm going to tell you about the incredible diversities and cultures of India. First, what does diversity means? Understand that each individual is a unique and recognizing their individual difference. No, coming to culture. The culture, arts and other manifestations of a human intelligent achievements or idea customs on a social behavior of a particular person in a society. Indian culture is a heritage of social norms, traditional or a belief system or associated with the Indian subcontinent. The term also applies beyond India to countries and cultures whose histories are strongly connected to the India by immigration, colonization, or influence particularly. India culture, often labeled as a combination of several cultures, has been influenced by a history that is several mile old being with the valley. Many elements of India culture, Indian religion, mathematically, physically, cuisine and movies have been proved it. There are many cultures like religious culture, festival culture, and language. Now, coming to diversity, a word filled with an incredible diversity of beautiful and accompanying breathing life forms. Christianity today, it shows imaginating animals, birds, and plants as well as the subjects. Thank you.
Cellular Jail was a colonial prison in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Many social activists involved in the independence struggle of India were imprisoned here. There were about 900 to 1000 people captured and imprisoned here. This historical prison was completed built on 1906, which was started on 1896 and took almost 10 years. This cellular prison was built in surrounded by sea where prisoners couldn't escape. This cellular prison was built with the bricks from Burma, also had 7 arms and a tower in the center which helped the guards to keep an eye on the prisoners. This historical prison was strong and was a great challenge for prisoners to escape. Also, this prison is considered one of the most dangerous prisons in the past, and this was because the way the guards treated the prisoners here. Later till now, this cellular prison is declared as a national memorial by then Prime Minister on 11th February 1979. Thank you.
Everyone, I'm Kansa of class 9D. Now I'm going to tell about famous iconic places of India which was significance of freedom struggle. One of them is Aga Khan Palace. This palace is situated in Maharashtra in Pune, and it was built in the year 1892 and was built by Muhammad Sultan Aga Khan. This place played a significant role in India's struggle for freedom. Soon after, Mahatma Gandhi launched the Quit India movement on 8th August 1942. He was arrested by British officials and brought to this palace in Pune on 10th August. He was imprisoned and he was accompanied by Kasturiba Gandhi and his secretary Mahadevi Bhai Desai Sarojini Naidu. Mahatma Gandhi ji and his colleagues were kept in this jail for 2 years. Within this period, Kasturiba Gandhi and Mahadev Bhai Desai died. At present, Mahatma Gandhi and Kasturiba Gandhi's memories are kept in this palace. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Neeraj P. Today I am going to be speaking about the Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre, also known as the Amritsar massacre, took place on 13th April 1919. A large but peaceful crowd had gathered at the Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar, Punjab, to protest against the arrest of pro-Indian independence leaders, Dr. Saifuddin Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal. In response to the public gathering, the British Brigadier General R.E.H. Dyer surrounded the Bagh with his soldiers. The Jallianwala Bagh could only be exited on one side, as its other 3 sides were enclosed by buildings. After blocking the exit with his troops, he ordered them to shoot at the crowd, continuing to give even as protesters tried to flee. The troops kept on firing until their ammunition was exhausted. At least 1,000 people were killed and over 1,200 other people were injured, of whom 192 were seriously injured. Apart from the many deaths directly from the shooting, a number of people died of crushing in the stampede at the narrow gates or by jumping into the solitary well on the compound to escape the shooting. A plaque placed at the site after independence states that 120 bodies were removed from the well. The wounded could not be moved from where they had fallen, as a curfew was declared, and more who had been injured than died during the night. This event caused many moderate Indians to abandon their previous loyalty to the British, became nationalists, distrustful of British rule. Thank you.
Hello everybody, I am PR Vishnupriya from class 9th and today I am going to be speaking about iconic place of India, the Jhansi Fort. Firstly, I'd like to wish everyone a very happy 75th Independence Day, and I'd like to thank my English teacher Selvi ma'am for giving me this opportunity. Jhansi Fort. Jhansi Fort or Jhansi Ka Killa is a fortress situated on a large hilltop called Bangira in Uttar Pradesh. It served as a stronghold of the Chandela kings in Balwant Nagar from the 11th century to the 17th century. The Jhansi Fort is located in the middle of Jhansi city. The fort was constructed in 1613. In March 1854, Lakshmi Bai was given an annual pension of 60,000 rupees and was asked to leave the palace and the fort. In June 1857, the revolt broke out and she took the control of the fort and led Jhansi forces against those of the British East India Company. The fort played a very important role in the revolution of 1857 and has been a witness of a very fiery battle led by Rani Lakshmi Bai. There are temples of Lord Shiva and Lord Ganesha within the forts. The Jhansi fort is an epitome of valor, power and glory. The fort has 10 gates. The Jhansi fort, a living testimony of ancient glamour and valor, also has some fine collections of sculptures which provide excellent insight into the eventful history of Bundelkhand. Here are some of the pictures of the Jhansi fort. Thank you.
Hi, happy Independence Day to one and all. Myself Cassandra, and I'm going to speak about Sabarmati Ashram. Before that, I would like to thank Sarvi ma'am who gave me the opportunity to do this activity on the Independence Day. This year, on August 15th, India will celebrate its 75th Independence Day. Independence Day marks the end of the British rule in 1947 and the establishment of a free and independent Indian nation. It also marks the anniversary of the partition of the subcontinent into two countries, India and Pakistan, which occurred at midnight on August 14th and 15th in 1947. British rule in India began in 1757 when, following the British victory at the Battle of Plassey, the English East India Company began exercising control over the country. The East India Company ruled India for 100 years until it was replaced by direct British rule, often known as British Raj, in the wake of the Indian Mutiny in 1857 to 1858. Sabarmati Ashram, also known as Gandhi Ashram, is located in the Sabarmati suburb of Ahmedabad, adjoining the Ashram Road on the bank of the river Sabarmati. This was one of the many residences of Mahatma Gandhi, who lived at Sabarmati and Sevagram when he was not traveling across India or in prison. He lived in Sabarmati for a total of 12 years with his wife Kasturibai Gandhi and followers. The Bhagavad Gita was recited here daily as a part of the ashram schedule. It was from here that Gandhi led the Dandi March, also known as the Salt Satyagraha, on 12th March 1930. Gandhiji's India Ashram was originally established on 25th May 1915. Gandhiji marched to Dandi, 241 miles from the ashram, with 78 companions in protest at the British salt law, which increased the taxes on Indian salt in an effort to promote sales of British salt in India.
Hello, I'm Tanmay from class 9-3. Good morning everyone, honorable principal, respected teachers and my dear friends. It is an absolute honor for me to stand here today and welcome you all to the celebration of our independence. India attained independence on this day in the year of 1947 after several years of struggle. I heartily wish you all a 75th Independence Day. 75th Independence Day of India. It gives me a great pleasure to greet all the people of India living in the country and abroad on the eve of 75th Independence Day. August 15th fills us with the excitement of unfurling the tricolor taking a part in celebrations, and listening to patriotic songs. On this day, the youth of India should feel the special pride of being citizens of a free nation. We gratefully remember our freedom fighters and merits whose sacrifice have enabled us to live in an independent nation. Now I'm going to speak on Red Fort. The Red Fort is a historic fort in the city of Delhi in India that served the main residence of the Mughal emperors. Emperor Shah Jahan commissioned construction of the Red Fort on 12th May when he decided to shift his capital, Agra, to Delhi. The historic monument of Red Fort in the national capital is gearing up to host the nation's Independence Day celebration on August 15th. Every year on India's Independence Day, the Prime Minister hosts the tricolour flag at the fort's main gate and delivers a broadcasting speech. The ceremony at the Red Fort in Delhi would include presentation of the guard honour by the armed forces at Delhi Police to Prime Minister unfurling the national flag accompanied by playing of national anthem and firing of 21 gun salute, showering of flower petals by the Air Force helicopters. The Prime Minister's speech, singing of national anthem and release a tricolored balloons at the end at the home recitation would be held at Rashtrapati Bhavan. On 15th August 1947, the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, raised the India flag above the Lahore Gate every Independence Day. In conclusion, bringing independence to India by freeing it from the British rule was not easy. And 15th August of every year is celebrated to pay respect to the culmination of the struggle, hardship and sacrifices made by Indians to bring this country freedom. Jai Hind.
Today, everyone, I would like to talk about the great man Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He is predominantly known as the Iron Man of India. He was sublime and a dynamic leader. He is also a symbol of unity as he helped the reorganization of states and created an incredible India. For this reason, every year we celebrate on 31st October as National Unity Day. For his contribution, he was awarded Bharat Ratna Award. Such a great man who contributed a lot for the independence of India. I would like to salute him. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I wish all of you a very happy Independence Day, a proud moment for all the Indians. I am Daksh from class 9D and today I'll speak few words on Lal Bahadur Shastri, a great freedom fighter and a leader who gave his best to make the country free and eventually became the second Prime Minister of the country. Lal Bahadur Shastri was born on 2nd October 1904 in Mughalsarai, a small town in Bihar. He studied in the Harishchandra High School and the East Central Railway College. When he was 16, Mahatma Gandhi called the countrymen to support and join the non-cooperation movement. Lal Bahadur Shastri gave a quick response and joined the non-cooperation movement. He was deeply influenced by Mahatma Gandhi. After the independence in 1965 Indo-Pakistan War, the country was facing food scarcity. Lal Bahadur Shastri helped the poor people in that time. During the 1965 war and the food scarcity crisis, Lal Bahadur Shastri gave a famous slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, which means hail the soldiers, hail the farmers, which became a motivational slogan for the soldiers and for the farmers during this crisis. He even resigned from his railway post because he felt that he was responsible for a railway accident which killed many people. He even supported the White Revolution, which was a countrywide campaign to increase the milk production and established the National Dairy Development Board. He even supported the Green Revolution, which led to an increase of food grains in parts of Punjab and Haryana. His tenure as the Prime Minister was only for 19 months. He was assassinated in Tashkent, Uzbekistan on 11th January 1966. He was a man of tremendous integrity. We must never forget him, and all the freedom fighters helped the country to get independence. That is it, everyone. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Hello all, myself Shivasvraj from class 9th D wishing you all a happy Independence Day. Today, in this opportune occasion of Independence Day, I would like to speak about one of the most substantial leader and also a freedom fighter of India, who is Subhash Chandra Bose. He was also known as Netaji. Netaji was born to Janaki Nath Bose and Prabhavati Devi Bose on 20th January 1897 in Cuttack, Orissa, presently known as Odisha. Now let's get to know about what and who was Subhash Chandra Bose. Bose was an Indian nationalist whose intense patriotism made him a hero in the Indian history. He also led an Indian national force from the abroad against the Western powers during the World War II. He also was a contemporary for Mohandas K. Gandhi. He also formed the Azad Hind Fauj and made many contributions to the country. He had extraordinary leadership skills and also was a charismatic orator. One of the most important and renowned slogans of Subhash Chandra Bose is "Tum mujhe khoon do aur main tumhe azadi dunga." The proper English meaning of this slogan is that you give me your blood and I promise you your freedom. Now let's get to know about Subhash Chandra Bose's earlier life. As I told you, he was born to Janaki Nath Bose, who was a renowned lawyer, and his mother, Prabhavati Devi Bose, who was a pious and a religious lady. Subhash Chandra Bose did his schooling in Protestant European School and later shifted to Ravenshaw Collegiate School. After finishing his schooling, he joined the Scottish Church College, where he graduated in philosophy in 1918. Unfortunately, Subhash Chandra Bose passed away at the age of 48 in 18th August 1945. Saying this, I would like to end this speech and thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Mehnuma Afreen from 9th Standard D section. So today I would like to share a few words about the father of a nation, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, on the occasion of Independence Day. He was also known as Mahatma Gandhi. As we all know that Gandhiji was born on 2nd October 1869 Porbandar in Gujarat. He was the son of Chief Minister Karamchand Gandhi and his mother was Putli Bai. He was married to Kasturba at the age of 13. At the age of 19, Gandhiji left his home to study law in the year 1888. In 1891, he became a lawyer. He moved to South Africa to provide his services as a lawyer at the age of 23. He always fought against injustice. Later, Gandhiji became the leader of Indians in South Africa. In 1914, Gandhiji returned to India after 20 years from South Africa. He led many freedom movements which included Salt Satyagraha and Quit India movement, even though he was arrested many times. Finally, Gandhiji's efforts did not go a waste. On 15th August 1947, India celebrated first Independence Day. But the joy did not last very long. On 30th January 1948, Nathuram Godse shot dead Gandhiji. Mahatma Gandhiji always believed that love and peace, haters and violence could be conquered. Being Indian, we must pay him honor and respect. Jai Hind, Happy Independence Day and thank you.
Hello, I am Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. On this auspicious occasion of Independence Day, that is 15th August, let me recall the struggle and the sacrifices of freedom fighters for the freedom of our country, which we should never forget. After independence, we had a lot of challenges to bring out social and economic development of our country. First, we established some big public sector units for infrastructural development and established ITI Limited as the first PSU of India for telecommunication needs of the country. We also framed Constitution of India and established Planning Commission to formulate the 5-year plans for the growth of the country. I love children very much and wish for their good education and development to ensure a good future for the country. I'm happy to see the growth of our country in last 74 years, but still a lot is yet to be done. क्योंकि अभी हमें करने बहुत सारे काम हैं, इसलिए आराम हराम है. जय हिंद.
Hello, my dear teachers and my dear students. My name is Purnak. I'm from class 9th from ITICS Central School, and my topic was to write a poem on Independence Day. And here is my poem. On Independence Day, we remember the years past. We honor this day by saluting our flag. We are a country known for bravery. None can compete with us. Our culture is unique, and people of all castes and religions live here in unison with rivers and high mountains. Our green forests are our wealth. Let's work hard for our country and celebrate our Independence Day with joy. Happy Independence Day, Jai Hind.
अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए सौ दर्द से महफूज रहे तेरी याद सदा चाहे जान मेरी ये रहे ना रहे आबाद रहे वो गाँव मेरा जहाँ लौट के वापस जा न सका ओ हीर मेरी तू हंसती रहे तेरी आँख घड़ी भर नन्हा हो मैं मरता था जिस मुखड़े पे कभी उसका उजाला कम ना हो ओ माई मेरी क्या फिक्र तुझे क्यों पाक से दरिया
Hello, my name is Tarnesh. I am from 9th D, and happy Independence Day to all of you who sing this video. And today we are going to sing Sare Jahan Se Acha. 3, 2, 1. सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदू सीता हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदू सीता हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हम बुलबुले में इसकी ए बुल सीता हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदू सीता हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा पर्वत हो सबसे ऊंचा हमसा यहाँ आज़मा का पर्वत है सबसे ऊंचा हमसा यहाँ आज़मा का वो संदरी हमारा वो पासुता हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदू सीता हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा गोदी में कैरी की है इसकी 1000 नदियाँ गोदी में कैर की है इसकी 1000 नदियाँ गुलशन है किसी के दम से गुलशन है किसी के दम से रस के बिना हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदू सीता हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा मजहब नहीं सिखाता आपस में कैर रखना मजहब नहीं सिखाता आपस में कैर रखना हिंदी है हम हिंदी है हम हिंदी है हम वतन है हिंदू सीता हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदू सीता हमारा हमारा सारे जहाँ से अच्छा
Hi all and good afternoon. This is Satyabhama and today I am going to sing Vijayi Vishwa Tiranga Pyara and I wish you all a very happy Independence Day and thank you for giving me this opportunity. विजयी विश्व तिरंगा प्यारा झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा विजयी विश्व तिरंगा प्यारा झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा सदा शक्ति बरसाने वाला प्रेम सुधा सरसाने वाला सदा शक्ति बरसाने वाला प्रेम सुधा सरसाने वाला वीरों को हर्षाने वाला वीरों को हर्षाने वाला मातृभूमि का तन मन सारा विजयी विश्व तिरंगा प्यारा झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा थैंक यू
For the 74th Independence Day of India, well, I decided I would draw the monuments located in India which are famous all around the globe. Firstly, I made a base sketch and decided how I would position the monuments in my poster. Then I drew over the base sketch, giving it a bold outline. Then I added the portraits of a few freedom fighters, which I thought would really make it a feast to an eye. So I implemented my plan. First off, I drew the Statue of Unity, the world's tallest statue, which stands about 182 meters long, situated on the river Narmada. Then I drew a peacock, the national bird of India, carrying the Indian flag across the blue sky. Then I drew the Taj Mahal of one of the seven wonders of the world, situated in Delhi. The freedom fighters I drew were Gandhiji, Bhagat Singh, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, along with the first President of India, Lal Bahadur Shastri. Then I went forward to the coloring part. I thought I'll make Statue of Unity golden in color. So I used different shades of yellow and brown to give it the golden color I wanted. Then I started coloring my peacock. I decided I'll try my best to make the peacock look as much realistic as I can. Then I went forward to color the Taj Mahal. I used colors like white and grey to give it a realism look and different shades of light falling on it. After that, I went and colored the Indian flag that was being carried by the peacock. I wanted that flag to look as much vibrant as I could. So first I colored it with color pencils, but I didn't get the color I wanted. So I went forward and painted it with my paint. Lastly, I painted the blue sky as a background behind it. Hope you like my art. Thank you.
Namaste. A very happy 75th Independence Day to all my dear friends, classmates, and respected teachers. Myself, Sai Sabrish Aditya from class 90, ITICS Middle School, going to present you all my Independence Day activity. And I did a poster, and I took the topic, the tribute to our Indian Army people. And let's go into our poster. This pays the honor to the dead Indian Army because this is the gun and this is the helmet of the army. And these are some of the great wars fought by our Indian Army people, and both are against Pakistan. And this this pays the tribute to our Navy people because they work on the sea. And this is a injured army man who's fully tired, who keeps his life in his hands and sacrifices everything for his country. And he's also telling that he'll be going home once he hoists the flag or wrapped in it. So very great, and of course he'll be proud to be an Indian. And these are two proverbs which I like. So Mera Bharat Mahan and Vande Mataram. And this is the logo of our Indian Army. And this pays a tribute to our Air Force people working on the air. And this is one of the emotional part in the poster which I felt it. And there are three army people which represents the whole army. And inside India, there are many other people happily sleeping, enjoying. But we never see the pain of the Indian army. And here is the flag of Pakistan and China, who is safeguarding from the other countries, and he's carrying the India. So Jai Jawan. And this is the coffin of an dead Indian army, where the flag is on his coffin. And every army says that the three things he loves in his life is gun, uniform, and his motherland. So Jai Jawan. And here are many people saluting to the Indian flag and the army people. So here is the thing, we salute our brave and strong Indian army. So That's the end of the poster. Thank you.
A hearty applause to all the students of ITI Central School who participated to make this Independence Day one of the best Independence Day celebrations. Bringing freedom to India was not an easy task. The leaders, freedom fighters, commoners of India of that era worked so hard and gave their lives and did lots of sacrifices to make our tricolor flag which stands today. Freedom is very important for us and cherish the freedom fighters and many more people on this day, for it was not a piece of cake for them to make our nation an independent country. Great freedom fighters like Rani Lakshmibai, Subhash Chandra Bose, Mahatma Gandhi, Bhagat Singh, and many more struggled and gave their lives to make our country an independent nation from the chains of the British Empire. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. This was the promise delivered by the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, on the eve of India's independence on 15th August 1947. Today, on this beautiful morning, we are celebrating Independence Day virtually, locked away in our homes. We may find ourselves physically confined within the walls of our homes, a far cry from the independence we seek. But in the depths of this misery, there is a consoling thought: this too shall pass and end soon. Time too shall pass by quickly without knowing. Come on, friends, let us write a new history. Let us write and be the change we wish to see in the world. Once again, wishing you all a happy Independence Day. Jai Hind.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे